Okay, in this video lesson we're going to go through the grip. Okay, so first off we need to get the golf club aligned towards your target. So we need the bottom of the golf club, the sole of the golf club, to be resting relatively flat on the ground, or the toe of the golf club to be just a little bit off the ground depending on your size. Okay. The other thing we need to do is that we need to get our face of the golf club aligned towards the target. So in this case we're lining up towards that flag. So if you took the two vertical lines that are formed at the ends of the score lines on the face of the golf club, if you extended those out, they should form railroad tracks out towards your target. Okay, also getting the sole of the golf club resting properly on the ground is also going to set this angle. Okay, and then eventually when you set the golf club up, this is going to be a good starting point for how far away you're going to end up from the golf ball. Okay, back to the grip. Okay, so butt end of the golf club is going to be slightly to the left of the center of your body when you set up. Okay, so if that's the center of my lower body, butt end of the golf club is marginally to the left. Easiest way to do this to start is to hold the club with a couple fingers of the right hand and get the left hand set first. When the left hand goes on, it's important that you come in from more on top. You are trying to create an angle in the back of this left wrist. That is one of the more important parts of developing power in a golf swing, is to create an angle in the back of the left wrist. You also need to get your thumb in position before this left hand goes on. So there's what's called a long thumb, and it's going to go more down the center of the shaft. Marginally off center to the right is fine as well. Okay, from there you're going to wrap your fingers around the golf club. Grip it firm enough that you are not going to lose control, but relaxed enough that you're able to move the golf club relatively easy back and forth. At this point you're going to see that there's a V, what's called a V formed. That's the line between your thumb and index finger of your left hand, and it's aimed up to the right shoulder. When the right hand goes on, nothing's going to move in the left hand. Okay, you're going to grip it more diagonally across the three fingers of your right hand, and you're going to grip it more in the last joint of that right index finger. That's called the trigger finger. Okay. When the right hand goes on, the palm of the right hand is going to cover the thumb of the left hand. And it's called, there's a little pocket in there where the thumb fits nice and snug into. It's right where the lifeline is in the right hand. From there the fingers wrap. Palm of the right hand covers the thumb of the left hand, and again we have what's called a little V. And now this V is aimed up somewhere between the head and the right shoulder, whereas the V in the left hand is normally what's called a little bit stronger, aimed a little bit more towards the right shoulder. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like from the front angle. From underneath we got two grips you can use. One would be called an overlapping grip, where this pinky finger rests over the crease of those two fingers there. Okay, this is what it should look like from the bottom. It should be over the center knuckles of your left hand. If the pinky finger is over the knuckles there, then that means your right index finger is not on there properly. You can also use what's called an interlocking grip, where those two fingers intertwine. If you use this grip, you have to make sure there's no gaps in there, so all the fingers are nice and close together, being careful not to grip it too tight. Okay, they are going to look the same whether you use this grip or the overlapping grip from the front angle. Okay, from the side angle. Okay, easiest way to do this to start is to put a little angle between your arm and your wrist, turning into your body. And then at this point you're going to place the club at the base of the fingers diagonally across. From there you're going to get the thumb in position again, and from there the fingers wrap. So that's what it's going to look like from the side view, getting that left hand on. Okay, this is called a heel pad, and that should be on top of the golf club. One of the more common faults in a grip is that that left heel pad is on the side of the golf club, which puts you in that weaker position. When the right hand goes on, we talked about the palm of the right hand covering the thumb of the left hand. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like from the side angle with the right hand going on. Also from setup position, left arm is straight, and there should be a little bend where that elbow is bent into the body just a little bit with the right arm.